Good morning. It's December, the holidays. Recently, I have been struggling with a severe lack of motivation. Let's talk about why. All right. Motivation, especially around the holidays, can be extremely difficult. For a lot of us, we're in the off season, so there's this balance of being productive and making huge gains during the off season when you have some extra time to rest. But then there's also that part of you that's like, all I want to do is rest. Everyone is on break. Everyone wants to make plans. And so there's this balance. There are a couple reasons why I personally have had trouble finding motivation in the last few months, really November, December. One being that I am focusing on the bike right now. It's not the thing that I enjoy the most. Running is my number one. That's what I enjoy. That's my go-to. That's what I'm most comfortable with. Then swimming and then biking. And so having to find that motivation to bike 4 or 5 days of the week is more difficult. The other thing is that because all these schedules are changing, work schedule, social life, workout schedule, because it is the off season, everything's changing, and so it was difficult for me to find that groove, and I'm starting to find it now, but that was really difficult to really figure out where each workout fit into my changing schedule. The third thing is it's cold, so it's working out inside or outside. It's harder to get out of bed when it's cold and dark. All right, so how do we fix these things? So part of it is just having that mindfulness training and making sure that you are reminded of your why. And these are basic daily things that we can do to keep ourselves motivated, right? Like knowing your why, visualizing your goal, visualizing yourself crossing the finish line is a huge game changer. But of course, there are other things that we can do. For one thing, I wake up and I make tea. It's warm, so it warms up my body. It makes me feel ready to go get dressed and head out. The other thing that I like to do is set up whatever I'm gonna be doing, set myself up for that later in the day. So today is Monday. I have an 8 a.m. meeting. It's already 7:17, so I don't have time to do a workout right now. So what I'm gonna do is set up my bike on the trainer, make sure that everything's set up and ready to go, maybe even lay out my clothes so that when I get off that meeting, I can just, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, get some water, and then hop on the bike and get straight to it. The other key to motivation, of course, is just simply building that confidence. Make sure that you are not setting goals that are way too high, that are way too out of reach. Set little ones if you need to, right? Like my main goal for triathlon is to complete an Ironman, but I'm not gonna think about completing an Ironman while I'm on my 1 hour easy ride, right? Like that's kind of a lot. So part of it is breaking down these goals, right? So I'm working on being able to stay on the bike for 2 hours, right? So if I'm on the bike for an hour, then that's gonna help me to get to that 2 hour goal, where then on Wednesday, I'm gonna ride for an hour and a half. And then maybe next week I'll go for that 2 hour goal. We'll see. But keeping the goals a little bit smaller, more attainable, they're easier to see. They're not too far away, right? All right, the last thing that I like to do, especially during the holidays, especially as we approach the new year, is make a giant poster of my goals. I never hung it up, so it's kind of like all bendy and it's got some dust from the construction that we've had going on. So, at the end of the day, it's less so much about the poster itself and more about writing down your goals, committing to your goals, saying your goals out loud that will really help you to push through. Motivation is an additional skill to your training, right? We don't just train physically. You have to train mentally. You have to know what works for you. If meditation works for you, do it. If writing down your goals on a giant poster and then hopefully hanging it up, which I should take my own advice, helps you, then do it, Find what works for you. That's what all of this is about. At the end of the day, any piece of advice that you get Someone is going to give you their advice, but then they'll add, find what works for you. And that's what you gotta do. So try these things out. Let me know how it goes. I gotta hop on a meeting, but I hope you found some motivation today. I certainly did, so I'll catch you in the next one.